What's your worst story from the throw him in the pool, he'll learn how to swim parenting style? My dad believed in tough love parenting. According to him, coddling kids made them weak. So when I turned 13, he planned this amazing family trip to Arizona for my birthday. Desert hiking, camping under the stars, real man stuff, he said. The problem was, I had asthma, bad asthma, the kind where running upstairs left me wheezing for 10 minutes. But Dad refused to let me bring my inhaler on the hike because, quote, "You need to stop depending on crutches, Colin. Your lungs will figure it out." Mom tried arguing with him the night before. I could hear them through the thin cabin walls. She wanted me to keep the inhaler in my backpack just in case. Dad shut her down immediately, saying I'd never learn to push through if we kept babying me. The next morning, we started what Dad called a character-building adventure. 7 hours through the desert. Temperature was already 90 degrees at 8 a.m. Within the first hour, I was sweating buckets and struggling to keep up. My little sister Emma kept asking why I was breathing so weird. Mom kept glancing back at me with worry written all over her face. Every time she suggested we slow down or take a break, Dad would shake his head and say, "He's fine. This is how boys become men." By hour 2, I felt like someone was squeezing my chest with pliers. Each breath was a fight. My throat felt like sandpaper. Dad was 20 feet ahead talking about how this hike would toughen me up for high school sports. Mom finally spoke up. "Rick, he doesn't look good. Maybe we should head back." Dad spun around looking annoyed. "Sarah, you're being dramatic. Look at him. He's walking, isn't he? Stop trying to turn him into a mama's boy." That's when my vision started getting spotty. The desert started spinning around me like a carnival ride. I tried calling out to Dad, but my voice came out as a whisper. The last thing I remember was Emma screaming my name. I face planted into the dirt so hard I split my lip open. When I came to, Mom was frantically trying to get cell service while Dad was splashing water on my face like I'd just fainted from heat. Emma was crying and asking if I was dying. It took 40 minutes for a park ranger to reach us. "Longest 40 minutes of Mom's life," she said later. The ranger took one look at me and called for an emergency helicopter. My heart rate was through the roof and my oxygen levels were dangerously low. They airlifted me to Phoenix Children's Hospital. The doctor said another hour in that heat without treatment and I might not have made it. Severe heat exhaustion combined with a massive asthma attack. My lungs were basically shutting down. You'd think that would be Dad's wake-up call, right? Almost losing his son because he wouldn't let him carry life-saving medication? Nope. When we got back home, he told his buddies at work that I just got overheated because I was out of shape. He actually blamed me for ruining the family vacation. Said if I'd been tougher, it never would have happened. Never once apologized. Never admitted he was wrong. Just kept saying boys needed to learn how to push through adversity. I never went on another family trip after that. Every time Dad suggested camping or hiking, I'd make up excuses. Mom understood why, but Dad just saw it as more proof that I was weak. At 18, I left for college 3 states away. Dad and I barely spoke during those 4 years. I changed my major twice, got my first girlfriend, graduated with honors. He wasn't at my graduation ceremony. Years passed. I got married, started my career, bought a house. Dad and I had maybe 5 conversations total. Then, when I was 26, I got a call from Mom. Dad had suffered a mild stroke. Nothing life-threatening, but it scared him badly. Suddenly, he wanted to reconnect. Started calling me every week, talking about how family was important and how he wanted to make up for lost time. Said he'd been thinking about our relationship and wanted to be a better father. I listened to his voicemails for about a month. Then I sat down and wrote him a letter. Just one sentence that I'd been waiting 13 years to say. "You'll recover, Dad." That's how you learn.